Hi, I'm Ted, and
Your hand out there.
hi, I'm Ted. And 2 days ago, I was on ice, a slope on ice, and I fell backwards and hit my head, and woke up a half hour later in an ambulance. Less than 2 weeks ago, while I was helping somebody in a minor car accident, I slipped on some ice and I fell on my head. 30 minutes later, I woke up and most of my memory was completely gone.
I have no memory. It's like looking into a mirror and seeing nothing but the mirror.
But there was this guy sitting next to me, and I asked him where I was, and he said that I had a fall, I hit my head, and that I'm in the back of an ambulance. In the hospital emergency room, my wife came in and held my hand while we worked through the details of what to do with my wet clothes and informing my two daughters what was going on. CT scans revealed that I had 3 broken blood vessels in and above my brain, and with that diagnosis, I was moved to a different hospital. After another conversation with a paramedic by my side going to that hospital, I was taken first to ER and then placed in intensive care for observation. For I had what is called a traumatic brain injury, and the rest of the day, my memory slowly came back.
Perfect.
Intensive care was amazing. The doctors and nurses all gave me the time and they all gave me the expertise that I needed. One nurse sat and talked with me and my wife for several hours. During our conversation, I discovered that she studied nursing at the same Christian university that invited me to teach there for 2 years. All in all, throughout the entire experience, I felt peace. Every doctor and nurse simply added more to the feeling that everything was going to be okay. As news spread throughout my workplace and among friends, people started praying for me, and I learned that people I never suspected were praying for me. A coworker and friend of mine came to my room and talked with me and my wife for a couple hours on that first day. And one of my daughters from West Hollywood flew overnight to be with me by my side. She set up a bed and a chair next to me and spent the next 2 days there. By phone, I talked in length to my other daughter who could not come. I received gifts from people I would never expect. And in the end, I felt care and love from so many people. Coworkers, family, friends, people I never expected. It all really lifted my spirit and in some ways masked the pain I was feeling in my head. One of the first questions I was asked by one doctor was if I had ever had a head injury before. That kind of brought back some memories. I thought back to when I had a car accident, a major car accident, when I lost a third of my blood through my damaged lungs. I broke my left leg. I had a head concussion and had glass scattered throughout different parts of my body. I didn't have the support then that I do now. I was not married, I didn't have kids, and I was too affected by my injuries for the first few weeks to notice any real support coming my way. So all I really remember from that time period was the support that eroded away from those who should have given it to me the most. I was stationed on a Coast Guard base with a large group of charismatic Christians. And during that time period, I was questioning a lot about the charismatic movement. What was good, what was bad, the teachings, everything. I just wanted to know biblically what was solid and what wasn't. With so much faith healing still in my thoughts, I kept questioning why I had the accident, thinking that maybe I had done something wrong to deserve it. Now I realize even people who are not steeped in faith healing will still ask the question why, but faith healing sets one up for that question in unhealthy ways and gives damaging answers. On top of this, that charismatic group on base told people that God was punishing me for not joining their group, even though I visited them on one occasion. Didn't matter to them that I was going to a Pentecostal church, but because I wasn't going to their group, God was punishing me. Now, looking back on it, I can see signs that God was with me the entire time. I never felt pain. The night before the accident, I was convicted for the only time in my entire life. I was convicted. I felt terrible about speeding all the way up to our destination. I felt like the next day we are going to go the speed limit. We were going the speed limit when that accident happened. A Baptist lady saved my guitar from someone in the process of stealing it. And a week later, she drove it down to the hospital I was in 2 hours away. 5 months after that accident, I was completely recovered. All those things, I believe, were gifts from God. But in the middle of all that, I wondered why God let that happen to me. In the middle of all that, I felt abandoned, even though I knew better. I was still plagued with thoughts that those who lack faith and the disobedient face sickness. I already knew better, but being so steeped in such theology for over a year and just beginning to realize how unbiblical it was, those thoughts still plagued me, and they stripped me away from something very important in the healing process. Now, if you've been following my videos, some of you may realize that I've been looking a lot into the placebo effect and its relationship to healing. In the past years, I've learned that whereas the placebo effects cannot cure structural diseases, they can seem like cures for short periods of time. In low doses over longer periods of time, the placebo effect helps in the body's natural ability to heal itself. And that is what the placebo effect was created to do. Okay, I think in conclusion, what I really want to say is I have a deep respect for the medical community, for the people who put in the hours of study, the researchers. I have deep respect for the nurses and the doctors who have helped. Today I would be dead without the medical community. After my car accident in 1975, and there's other situations like this where I hit my head. Now, if we didn't have, by faith, I don't want to go in the ambulance. Actually, I didn't have a choice. I was already on the way when I woke up. But I could say, I don't want to go to the hospital. Send me home. And I go, and I'd be doing all the wrong things to get back to the healthiest life possible. Because there's wisdom with these doctors. I'm going home today, and I will be recovering in the next few weeks and getting right back to normal. And I just want to say, God has really blessed us in this day and age with a fantastic medical community and a fantastic medical knowledge that has gone way beyond any other day and age. And so I'm thankful to God definitely for miraculous healings that he's done. And I'm also very thankful that God has given us modern day medicine. You guys have a fantastic time. This is Ted. Over and out. Bye. Have a good one. Adios. Goodbye. I'm losing track of everything right now, so I don't know what to say about that.